fashion, food, and fun. You're watching Living Local 15 with your host, Jessica Williams.
Good morning and welcome to Living Local 15. I'm your host, Jessica Williams. We have a full show for you today, so let's kick off Jessica's social scene, sharing things to do this weekend. Starting tonight through Saturday, Raf Barbosa takes the stage at Summit City Comedy Club. The accomplished stand-up comedian recently made his HBO debut in the Ha Festival Comedy Special. Check out Summit City's website for more information. This Friday, the Clyde Theater will provide a night of nostalgia as 80s tribute band 16 Candles takes the stage. The band has toured the country since 2003 and is sure to bring fun through this exciting concert. The Clyde Theater will also welcome legendary rock guitarist Eric Johnson on Sunday night. He is considered one of the best electric guitarists of all time and have spent over 4 decades touring the world with his energetic music. Tickets can be found on Clyde's website. If you are more of a movie buff, experience the red carpet treatment with the Fort Wayne Cinema Center as they put on their 2023 Oscars Gala at 6 p.m. this Saturday. Enjoy live DJ, movie-themed trivia and games, a screening of an Oscar-nominated movie, snacks, drinks, and a touch of Hollywood glamour with Fort Wayne's own red carpet robotic camera. You don't want to miss this magical event. Well, that's my social scene for this week. And on today's show, I visit Kekionga Craft Co, which specializes in a variety of hard cider. They are a local company offering a refreshing beverage, and I learned all about it. Plus, Plexaderm is here to help us get rid of our fine lines and wrinkles. That and more after this break.
Follow us on social media at Living Local 15.
I am here at Kekionga Craft Company, which specializes in hard cider. This company was created by 2 best friends locally, and they brought their business to Fort Wayne. We're going to learn all about it. Come on. Joining me now is Tyler Butcher, who is the co-owner here at Kekionga. Hi, Tyler.
Hi, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing good, doing good.
So you all have a very fascinating business. You make hard cider.
That's right.
Yes, and so we're here at the lovely tasting room area over in Electric Works. And so share with me a little history about your company.
Yeah, so we started messing around. One of my longtime friends from grade school all the way to roommates in college. Started making hard cider at home, and first couple of batches weren't that good, but started getting better and better, and friends and family were like, hey, this is something we'd really enjoy, and I think we could purchase this. And
okay.
So we opened our tap room in 2017 on Maysville, is our main location. And then here at the Union Street Market, we opened November of 2022.
Okay. That's really cool. It's almost like 6 years that you've been in business. That's awesome. And how does one start making hard cider at home? You're like, I'm just gonna.
Right. Just a lot of trial and error. My brother had some trees in his yard that he didn't really use. And we were at a wedding one time. Of course, we had a few beverages, and my cousin's like, well, I have a hand press, an old hand basket press, and we're like, I called my partner Logan and was like, hey, we're making cider tomorrow. And he met us and we pressed them and started there.
Nice, very nice. Okay, so here you all offer a wide selection of different types of hard ciders on tap. And so I know that we have some. You see this? It's so beautiful, this lineup here. And these are all different. They all look the same because they're the same color, but they're different flavors. And so we're going to taste it together. You're going to tell me about it. All right, let's start with the first one.
All right. So here we have brunch.
Oh, okay.
Which is our version of a mimosa. So you get a little of the orange, some of the champagne, and it's a drier cider. So
okay, cheers. I love a good brunch.
So if you've had a mimosa, it's pretty similar.
It is. It's very playful.
Right.
It has so many different flavors, and it kind of gives me like a bubblegum flavor too.
Yep. So we use the orange, and then we have some. We actually use some champagne extract in there. So,
oh, nice.
Just gives a little bit of that champagne-y.
Nice little fusion.
Nothing over the top.
Wonderful. Okay, next up.
Next,
what is this one?
Next we have Farm Dry. So this one is from Peterson Farms. It's fermented all the way dry, so no residual sugar in it. Just nice and dry and easy on the palate.
Yes, okay, let's see. Yes, so there's no added sugar.
Nope.
Just pure, you get to taste all the flavors.
It's just all the apples fermented all the way out, all the sugars all the way out.
I like this one. Because it's not too sweet and allow for you just to enjoy the flavors.
Right.
So let's talk about the way that you all make the cider. So you mentioned that it's similar to how wine is made with crushed grapes. You all crush apples.
Yep.
Share more with me.
Yeah, so similar style, just apples instead of grapes. Typically in season, we have a vintage press that will press our own apples and make some smaller batches. But now we get most of our apples from Michigan. So we have like a proprietary blend of like dessert apples and baking apples and stuff that we found that works best.
Yes, and you have an apple miller. You use an apple mill out here.
Yep.
And what does that entail?
So in the fall, we do like live demonstrations.
Cool.
So it's the building we're in that we lease is part of the Gagline Homestead, and they had a press in there from like the late 1920s. It's still in operation.
Yeah.
Typically don't use it that much because we don't want to break it. Or
Right. Very vintage.
Right, yeah, vintage is for sure. But it's just nice to have the demonstration and stuff, like get people interested.
Yeah, that's fun. Okay, we have to come out during the fall and do the demonstration.
Sure.
That sounds amazing.
Sure.
Okay, so next up, so now we're 3 in. What is this one?
This
It's a little bit darker.
Yep, so this one will have some pineapple juice in it. This is our honeymoon baby.
Okay.
So it's a pineapple cider. Kind
This
of weird
one,
name.
right? This one has a little extra spice to it.
Yeah, no, my partner Logan, and he's our head cider maker. He went to Hawaii for his honeymoon, and like he just ate fresh pineapple every day. So like it just reminded him of I guess a good week of his life.
Right. Well, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Cheers to Logan. Ooh, that's fun. Oh my goodness, I love this one. This one definitely gives you the Hawaiian vibe. Great for spring. We're entering into spring.
Yep, good
And
summer
so refreshing.
boat drink.
Yeah. So are pineapples crushed up with the apples to make this?
So we'll just buy the juice already pressed. So yeah, we get the juice in, and then we back sweeten our cider with pineapple juice.
Okay, let's talk about the fermenting process of how do you actually infuse it with the alcohol? Because you have regular apple cider, but this is hard cider.
Right. So we'll take the regular apple cider and we'll put yeast on it, and then the yeast eats the sugar, which that's what creates alcohol.
Okay.
And then we'll rack it off, because the yeast, once they eat the sugar, they kind of die and they fall to the bottom.
Oh.
So you just rack it off, and then that's a process. So we're about 4 to 6 weeks for a batch size.
Well, let's move on to the next. All right, and what do we have here?
Here we have Peterson pear.
Peterson pear.
Yep, it's named after our Little League baseball team. We were on the Peterson grain team, so.
When you all were little?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, love that.
Logan and I have known each other since I was 8, he was 9.
Yeah.
So, it's been a long-lasting friendship.
That's amazing. I love that. And you all just had this passion and you went into business together.
Yeah. Everyone says like, don't go into business with your friends, but I kind of prefer it because we know when each other are mad or whatever, so we just know to stay away for a couple hours, and then everything's back to normal.
Yeah, and there's trust.
Right.
And I'm sure it's fun. I mean, come on, you have a hard cider company together. How great
is
that?
Yeah, I mean, who would have thought all those years in college experimenting, right?
Right.
We would own our own alcohol company.
That's a dream story within itself. That's inspiring.
Right.
Just do it. Okay, well, cheers to that.
Cheers.
Living your best life.
So this will have kind of the same process as the honeymoon. This will have Bosque and Bartlett pears.
Ooh,
So,
I love pear. It's very light, you know?
Yep.
It kind of, you look for the nuances of it, it sneaks up on you, but it adds just this other dynamic that you typically don't get in drinks.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorites because it's not too sweet, but it's also not too dry. So
Right.
it's like kind of right in the middle, like a semi-sweet. Yep.
And so with hard cider, what does it range with alcohol value?
Typically ours are like 4.5%, but we can go up to like basically 8.5%, 9%.
Wow.
It does change for tax purposes. So you get taxed more if you go above.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So,
Learn a new thing. That's
right.
interesting.
So
Okay.
we try to keep it below the threshold.
And so you also offer this here on tap, but you offer the cans.
Yep.
So you make and distribute your own product.
Yep. So we can probably, we have 3 that we call core ciders, Crisp, Honeymoon Baby, and Peterson Pear. And then we have, each season we'll have a seasonal that we can as well.
Okay.
And then we're distributed through Alco. So we're in all like the package stores in Northeast Indiana, a lot of bars and restaurants too.
Nice. It's so great. Okay, so now let's move into our final tasting here.
This is our barrel aged cider.
Oh, nice.
So we take our proprietary blend, ferment it dry, and then we age it in barrels. These barrels we got from Hotel Tango down in Indianapolis. They're bourbon barrels. So we'll age it at least 8 months, just to then we'll try it out and whenever it's ready.
I love that. Yeah, Hotel Tango. They're friends of the show. That's wonderful. Okay. Well, cheers.
I mean, you can just smell the bourbon right away.
Wow. So it's aged in bourbon barrels. Is this infused with bourbon?
No, it just picks up the flavor profile from the barrels themselves.
Yes.
If you like bourbon, it's definitely to me. I get the smell, I get the taste, but not like that after
Right, the filling.
Yeah, you get a smooth after finish.
Yes, I like this. It's giving me rustic. It's giving me barrel, literally, because it's a more smokier type of vibe to it, which I love so much. A little mahogany.
It
love that.
All dependent on the barrel, really.
Yeah.
Whatever you get.
This is cool.
Yeah.
So tell me about people's experiences when they come here. So you have the tasting room.
Yep.
And so what does that entail? What can people do when they come and visit you?
So we're part of a bigger thing here in the market. We're surrounded by a lot of good food vendors. So we're here to supply the craft beverages here.
Yes.
So when you come with us, you can sample 2 for free. If you're just in between or just want to try, never had cider, or a lot here is mead, which is fermented honey. We get a lot of questions of what is mead? I've never heard of mead. Then explain, then people try it and they end up really liking it.
Right.
So that's why we kind of treat this almost like a tourist destination. We have a lot of people that don't come to our other shop. So it's for us, we just really want you to try our products. We believe in them and we think they're really good.
Right.
And so you get a sample too. And then if you want to try more, you can do a tasting. You can either do 4 or 6.
Nice.
And then we also sell by the glass here. And then we're lucky here, the state allowed us to sell to go out of here. So
Really?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
So we can sell 4-packs here, you can take home with you, and growler fills.
In the cans?
Yep.
Okay.
And the growler fills is a 64-ounce glass container.
Oh,
And
so fresh off the tap.
Yep, we'll pour it from the tap. You can take that home with you.
Interesting.
We could have to-go sales.
Yeah, that is cool. And so people can just taste and just kind of gain the experience.
Yep, that's the plan.
Of what cider is.
Try us out, and hopefully you like it.
Yes.
And then you take some with you.
Well, that's wonderful. Okay, so now that we've tasted these cider options, I have to choose what Jessica's favorite pick is.
Oh, touches on here.
Yes, which one? Okay, I just have to go for it. Jessica's favorite pick will have to be the barrel-aged bourbon barrel aged cider. Okay, so that is infused in a barrel, is aged over how long?
Yep, aged in a barrel for at least 8 months.
8 months, like you can't get any better than that. So you know that the flavor is popping on this one. So we'll be right back.
Living Local 15, proudly driven by the Kelly Automotive Group.
This segment sponsored by Plexaderm. I know that some of our viewers may have tried the Plexaderm 10-minute challenge to shrink under eye baggage and wrinkles from view. And if you haven't gotten to try it, well, guess what? Plexaderm is here, and they brought Melinda to show us all about the product and their special offer today. Well, do you want to know what Plexaderm is? We're talking about it with Melinda. Hi, Melinda.
Hi, it's so nice to see you. And you know, I really love talking about a product that I use every single day. So let's get into what Plexaderm is all about.
Yes. Okay. Please share with us what Plexaderm is and how it can help out our viewers.
So Plexaderm is simply a serum. It's a boost for the day. And what it does is you take the smallest amount and put it on any area of your face that you're concerned about. Do you have puffy eyes? You use a little bit there. It creates a nice invisible shield. Do you have the dark circles? You put a little bit there. It refracts the light. And so I just want to start off by telling you, I'm 62 years old. I have no injections, no fillers.
No way.
I only use my Plexaderm. And here's the thing. I really think the way the world has turned is we're not so obsessed with age as we are is looking good, right? Like what's 62 is supposed to look like anyway? For me, it's under the eyes. If I don't have my Plexaderm under the eyes, I just look tired. I look more old. And so that's what Plexaderm does for you. And as you'll see in the photos and videos that we share, that's what it does for everyone.
Melinda, I have to say I would have never guessed. I'm literally lifting my jaw. You look amazing. Okay, so now I'm like, tell me more about this product, please. Okay, so I know that you brought some untouched videos to show us and can share just really what people's real life experience is with the product, right?
This is what I love talking about. So with Plexaderm, we use everyday people. We don't use models. So all the photos and videos you see are people that come in and try their Plexaderm. None of them have on cosmetics. None of them have surgery. That's really important to know, right? Okay. And so what they've done is they've taken their Plexaderm, whether again, under the eyes, the forehead lines, let's say you have those marionette lines, you put the smallest amount. That's the most important thing, highly concentrated. The before and afters are before Plexaderm and then 10 minutes. We do ask you to wait 10 minutes for the Plexaderm serum because we really want it to adhere. You're going to notice it rinse in 2 to 3 and you're going to get excited. The reason we ask you to wait for 10 minutes is we want you to have the full 10 hours of usage. So just be patient, give it those 10 minutes and you're good to go.
Okay, so 10 minutes on 10 hours of coverage, which is really cool. So now I'm looking at these photos and they're pretty incredible. These before and afters on how the product works, and it looks like it's daily application.
Yeah, you know, here's what I tell people. So I started with Plexaderm when it came out over 6 years ago. And when they told me what it was going to do, I didn't believe them because, you know, like most people, I care about what I look like. I don't know anybody that doesn't care about what they look like. So I just couldn't believe that a tiny serum would make the difference because here's the thing. It's a boost for the day. Imagine wearing cosmetics or putting like styling something in your hair. You wash it off at the end of the day, right? It's not, you don't style your hair and it's good for, 6 weeks or wear your makeup, it's good for 6 weeks. With Plexaderm, you put it on in the morning or in the evening if you want to go out. And then you wash it off at the end of the day. I've done a few shows where I've washed my product off so you can see I'm not a fan of it because I look very different. But that's the great thing about it. You look in the mirror and you're in charge. You know what? Today, this is bothering me. Today, this is bothering me. And that's my favorite thing.
Oh, I love the way you describe that. So it's like a cosmetic application, right? So you're putting on makeup and you actually put the product on under your makeup. So does it initially work in a way that you put it on and then you just continue your normal face routine?
Yeah, so here's an important thing to know. So Plexaderm needs to get to your skin. So if you're a fan of moisturizer, which I am, I'm 62, I'm a fan of moisturizer. I let my moisturizer sink into my skin first because imagine this way. If you put your lotions on and then you try to put your Plexaderm on top of it, your lotion hasn't had time to adhere, right, to get into your skin. Plexaderm's floating on top. So what I tell people, if you're in a hurry, don't even use the moisturizer around your eyes. Put your Plexaderm on. It's going to create a beautiful invisible shield. That's what I did today. If you have the time to do it, let it soak in. when you wear your cosmetics, make sure it's water-based. Any oils will dilute this. So I'm a fan of oils at night, but it doesn't matter because I'm not wearing my Plexaderm at night. This is my boost. I don't wear hairspray in my hair at night. I don't wear full makeup at night. So just remember, when you wear your cosmetics, you're going to wear less, because for me, the concealer, I would slap it on, right? And think that it was going to help. And it actually draws attention because you're seeing all this makeup. With Plexaderm, once you create the shield, you're going to find that you use less. If you want to put some more concealer on top, just remember you've created a seal. So just tap gently and just let it rest, and you're good to go.
So tap, tap gently and let it rest. And I see from the photos that there are both men and women who use the product. Is it the same formula? Like, do they buy the same thing?
It really is. And the funniest story is men like it because it's easy, right? Men don't like to talk about it. They don't want to go to a doctor's office. Our guy, Richie, who has 3-dimensional bags, the first time he used it, he's had those bags for 20 years. So he just got used to it. The first time he used Plexaderm and went home, his wife thought he cut his hair. She's like, you look fresh, so that's why guys like it too. You can't tell that you have it on. I think that's very important. If you put your Plexaderm on and you see any residue at all, that should never happen. All that means is Plexaderm's already done its job and it's looking for more work to do. So if you put on too much and you see any residue, take a little bit of water, tap it, and it'll just gently melt away.
Okay, wonderful. Well, now that you have shared this information with us, Melinda, can you share more about the special offer for our viewers?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a 10-minute challenge and a national prompt for Plexaderm. You're going to get this 6-pack. We want you to get your foot in the door. We want you to try it. We offer free shipping and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Just go to plexadermtrial.com. And again, share your stories. We hear from people every single day.
All right, wonderful. Thank you so much for joining us today, Melinda. And if you would like to try out Plexaderm, then head over to plexadermtrial.com and let us know what you think. This is such a great offer. I'll see you after the break. This segment sponsored by Plexaderm. Thank you so much for tuning in today, and be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram for behind the scenes. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I look forward to seeing you here tomorrow. Bye-bye.
Content segments during today's Living Local 15 were paid for by these sponsors.